What if you could wake up tomorrow and look 10 years younger? Not just on the outside, but inside too. Stronger heart, sharper mind, glowing skin, and energy you thought you'd lost forever. Imagine gaining back a full decade of your youth. The real question isn't can we reverse aging anymore? It's what happens when we do. And maybe even more importantly, how would you spend those extra years? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving deep into a mind-bending what-if scenario that scientists are actually getting closer to making real. What if we could reverse aging by 10 years? And before you say impossible, let's remember, aging isn't just fate anymore. It's biology. And biology, as science is proving, can be edited. Let's set the scene. It's the year 2040. Medical science has just achieved what was once considered pure science fiction. Through advanced cellular rejuvenation therapy, a combination of gene reprogramming, stem cell activation, and nanomedicine, doctors can literally rewind your biological clock by a decade. Not just erase wrinkles or color your hair. Your cells become younger. Your organs heal faster. Your immune system resets. You're not just looking younger. You are younger. Now think about how this changes everything. Life expectancy could easily stretch from 80 to 100 or more. But here's where things get interesting. Not everyone gets access at once. Like every breakthrough, it starts expensive, exclusive, and ethically messy. The first generation of age reversal patients would be the wealthy elite, celebrities, and world leaders. Overnight, you'd see 50-year-olds who look 30, 70-year-olds who run marathons, and societies questioning what old age even means anymore. But let's pull back a bit. The science isn't as far away as you think. Researchers like Dr. David Sinclair from Harvard are already experimenting with what's called epigenetic reprogramming, basically teaching your cells to forget they're old. In mice, it's already worked. They've restored eyesight, reversed tissue damage, and extended lifespan. The next phase, humans. Imagine a single injection or therapy session every decade to stay biologically young forever. Now, here's where the human side of the story kicks in. Let's say the procedure is safe and affordable. You go in for your rejuvenation treatment, and in a few months you feel like your younger self again. What do you do with that second chance? Do you chase the dreams you once gave up on? Start a new career? Travel the world again? Or do you use that time to fix relationships, learn new skills, maybe even start a family later in life? It's an empowering thought, but also a heavy one. Because if time stops mattering, how do we decide what's important? Imagine being 40 and looking 30. You're competing in the job market with people half your age, but you have twice their experience. Companies could have workers who never retire. Knowledge and skill would accumulate endlessly. On one hand, that could mean a smarter, more experienced world. On the other, younger generations might struggle to find opportunities. The cycle of growth, renewal, and generational change could freeze. And what about relationships? If you and your partner both reverse age, you might grow young together. But what if one of you chooses not to? The emotional gap between appearance and time could become a real strain. Families might have grandparents who look like their grandchildren's siblings. The definition of old would dissolve completely. Now think about how this affects health and economy. Hospitals would shift from curing disease to maintaining youth. Insurance companies would build plans not for sickness, but for rejuvenation schedules. The anti-aging industry, already worth billions, would explode into the trillions. Aging could become optional. But at what cost? There's a darker side too. When humans suddenly stop aging, population growth becomes a serious issue. If no one dies naturally, where do new generations fit in? Governments might even regulate rejuvenation access, deciding who gets to live longer. The idea of time privilege could replace class privilege. People might protest for their right to age backward. And let's not ignore the psychological side. Aging gives life structure: childhood, adulthood, old age. Each stage defines us. If that structure disappears, would we lose our sense of purpose? Some people might feel liberated, others lost. Because when you remove the limits of time, you also remove the urgency to live. But despite all the moral gray areas, one thing's undeniable. The possibility of reversing aging would redefine humanity's relationship with time. Imagine your parents becoming younger than you. Imagine working alongside your great-grandparents. Imagine a world where retirement no longer exists, because no one is old enough to need it. The question isn't just what we'd do with extra time, it's who we'd become. If we knew we could always go back 10 years, would we still value the moments we have now? Or would we keep postponing happiness, believing we can always start again later? It's a paradox. More time could make us careless with time. But here's a beautiful possibility. Maybe those who use this technology wisely could create a new kind of society. One where wisdom lasts longer, mistakes are corrected, and people live not out of fear of death, but out of love for living. Imagine artists painting through centuries, scientists pursuing ideas for lifetimes, families spanning 5 generations, all alive together. We could see a civilization that finally breaks free from the ticking clock of biology. Still, the technology would need rules, ethical, social, and emotional boundaries. Because if humans can reverse age but not mature emotionally, we could end up with a population that's forever young on the outside and restless on the inside. The gift of time would only mean something if we know how to spend it. So let's come back to the question that started it all. If you could reverse your age by 10 years, what would you do differently? Would you relive your youth or live it better this time? Would you chase adventure or slow down and appreciate what you once rushed through? Because in the end, the real secret to youth might not come from a lab or a syringe. It might come from curiosity, connection, and choosing to grow, not just live longer. Reversing aging could change the number of our years, but only we can decide what those years mean. So, if you woke up tomorrow 10 years younger, body, mind, and spirit, how would you spend your extra time? Think about it, because the future where this is possible may not be as far away as you think. If you found this video thought-provoking, make sure to drop a like and share it with someone who'd love to turn back time. Literally. And as always, stay curious, stay human, and I'll see you in the future.